Hey guys, y'all come on in and say good afternoon. Alrighty, oh my y'all, a picture of Bon Jovi just pulled up on when I was trying to find the page. That's been a long time. It's an old picture. Who used to like Bon Jovi? Or who remembers Bon Jovi? Okay. So it looks like we may have some friends coming in. Y'all just say, no, I don't want to hear myself talk. Hey, Miss Cindy, how are you doing? Hey, Miss Wanda. Wanda, I will message you in just a few minutes when I'm off here. Hey, Ricky, good morning, afternoon. Goodness gracious. My. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Miss Tanya. Thank you. Miss Tanya's getting me shared in. I am in the Sacred Treasure House event today, so we are going to have some fun. Today's theme is garden, and I'm not painting. We are going to do something totally different. And I did something like this last year, but on a bigger version. And I don't know. I think I got them over here. I can show you the bigger version because it was really, really pretty. But I'm going to do something on a smaller scale. So it is go time for us. So let's throw the keyboard away and get to work. So, I've got these little styrofoam balls, and y'all bought these at the Dollar Tree, and they were connected together. So, I think it was these two. They were connected. I'm like, well, twins. Hey, Crafting with Shelly. Hey, Patty Ann. Miss Pat is in the house, and Diane. Y'all, welcome, everybody. I'm so glad y'all are joining me. Send out the sprinklers. I appreciate it. But, I'm going to take these little styrofoam balls, and I'm going to make a cabbage. I made big cabbages last year. We're going to make little cabbages. And last year when I made the cabbage, I used floral pens. We're using hot glue. And I could not find my little silicone thing. I have no idea where it is, so I've come prepared. I have a stick of wood. I have a vinyl scooper thing, and I have a plastic palette knife, which I think I will melt. So I think it's probably going to be one of these two here. So y'all go ahead and say a little prayer that I don't have to be hospitalized after this. Because I tell you, I'm the only crafter alive that cannot use a glue tool. Okay, so these are coffee filters, and I painted them, and you just mix water and paint, and you can brush it on. I brushed the real dark ones, but I like for some of them to be lighter color because your cabbage is a lighter color on the inside. So what I do with those is I just put some green down in my water. Just a little bit, stirred it up with a paintbrush, crinkled those up. I did a handful of them and put them in and pulled them up and just wring them out. And I just pull them back apart and let them sit out on a piece of plastic or something. And I turned on the ceiling fan. Most of the time, if I do this, I'll do it outside and just lay them out on the patio on a trash bag or something. But I needed the small coffee filters. And I got up this morning and I went to the Dollar Tree and they did not have any. So they only had the big ones. So we're just going to cut them down a little bit. So what's everybody up to today? Thank you for sprinkling me out. What is everett? There's Elizabeth and Miss Phyllis. Hey, Juanita. Guys, if y'all are new to my page, let me know that in the comments. I would love to say hey. And I tell everybody, I have the best friends. They will make sure to give you that big hello. Everybody's got good friends because all of y'all are probably on most of the other ladies that I know's pages too. So Hey, Miss Debbie with Tailored by Debbie. I hope you are having a good day. I hope you're not driving anymore, girl. Miss Debbie is on tonight. I'll give y'all the schedule in a little bit. But after me is Michelle with Pretty Pieces by Michelle. You couldn't say that 5 times fast. You would be so tongue-tied. But like I say, not having the little filters, it doesn't matter. And you know what? If you really wanted to, you could keep all of these little pieces, which I'm not. I got enough junk. But you could pull them apart and you could like bunch them up. And you could make like the bottom for a flower. If you made like one of the flowers out of the coffee filters. Has anybody ever made the little cabbages before? Hey, Miss Cheryl, thank you so much for sprinkling, girl. I appreciate you. Come on as your business name, Cheryl. I don't mind. Some people do. I don't. I think that the more the merrier. Wendy, you too. Hey, Miss Wendy. I think I said hey to you in the beginning, but hey again, you're off so you can watch. Yay. I'm so glad. All right, so we're going to cut just a couple more, and y'all are going to be surprised. I'll show y'all what we'll do next. We're going to do 2 at least. I'm going to try and do more, and then we may make a carrot. Hey, Shirley. Okay, so do we want to make, okay, what I'm going to do is my garden is going to be in my dirt. Y'all, I read on Pinterest this morning when I was trying to decide what I was going to use for dirt. I wanted some fish gravel. Have y'all ever seen the fish gravel? You know what I'm talking about. But the Dollar Tree had teal and they had white. And I didn't want either one. And I didn't have time to paint it. So our grass is going to be shredded. So my little cabbages are going to sit around in here like they're growing in the garden. And we have a couple other pieces that are going to be tall in the back. So let's get to work. I think I'm going to make the small one first. Say a little prayer, y'all. Say a little prayer. Here goes with the hot glue. Do I look nervous? She is nervous. And I just use that one with the little flat bottom. And the first one, you can even do it upside down. I'll tell you why I don't like to do them upside down. Because it leaves this big gob of paper on the bottom of it. And it never sits right. But, like I say, trial and error with these. Wesley should be here to help me plant. I know I could be out in the real garden, but it's a little early here in South Carolina to be planting. We like to till our garden. We started on our tilling this past weekend, and it went really well. Somebody wrote me and said, why did he have on shoes? Because last year when I showed him doing it, we were really, really late last year doing it. But we first till that we do in the garden, we put a lot of compost stuff out there in the wintertime, and it's got leaves and sticks, and there's like little rats or snakes that could be out there. So he always wears shoes on the first go. Most of the time, once it gets down to just the dirt, we don't have any issues with that. Y'all, this may be a good little tool for this. It's just one of those Cricut things that you scoop stuff with. Okay, so wiggle, swabble, but they don't fall down. Okay, I got glue out. All right, so now the fun begins. We got the center covered, and that is our cabbage. I'm going to put a little piece of glue right there. Did anybody say they had made cabbages before? Hey, Miss Lisa with Lisa's Craft House. Guys, the ladies over at the Sacred Treasure House are, Sacred is for Sacred Sew, Miss Deborah. Treasure is for Timeless Treasures by Tanya. I always want to call her Tanya, y'all. And then House is for Lisa's Craft House, and that is Miss Lisa. So I don't know if anybody ever knew that. All right, and so now it is just about, try not to burn myself, getting your leaves how you want them. And you look at that and you're like, that don't look a thing like a cabbage. Well, y'all just trust the process. Because now I'm gonna do a couple more. I'm gonna do them together though, because I need a couple more dark leaves. And like I say, you don't have to do your leaves perfect by any means. And I like to just fold them like this and cut them. It's the easiest way to me. Hey, Chesney. I did a larger version of these last year, and I put it in with some carrots and things like that in my kitchen, and that was the cutest little counter decoration. All right. So we're going to go a little darker, so we'll go this one next. I'm going to put it right here. And each one that you pull up looks a little different. And doing the pins on them are good until you get to the last one, and then you still have to glue it. So I thought, I started to use like straight pins, and I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do straight pins. So this was my next option. Oh, I ran out of glue. Okay, so now we're going to start letting our little cabbage come out a little bit. Y'all, I don't think I'm going to use that big one. So you see how you can see like the little head of cabbage down in there, and these are all your little leaves around your cabbage. Whoops, let's put another glue stick in there. I need to try and find, you know, they make those great big long glue. I told y'all I was not good with the glue tool. Those ladies at Sacred Treasure House are probably like, Lord have mercy with blocking that woman next time. Oh, it's too crazy. And then just kind of play with it and fold it out. But, so there is, we're going to go with that for now. I may add some more into it in a little bit. But see, even with the cabbage head in the middle, you see it's got like the little torn place. Cabbages aren't perfect. How many of y'all ever bought a perfect cabbage? Nobody. And so let's do this one. Like I said, I got 3 little cabbages, and then we're going to make a, oh, I wanted to do that the other way because it's flat on that side. I stuck my finger in that glue though. Prayers for your husband. Oh yeah. Tanya's husband had an accident, so I would say he's in a great deal of pain. He got some back issues from it, so y'all just keep him and her both in your prayers, because they will need it. Oh, it looks like the cabbage flowers. Yeah, it could be. Well, wait a minute. You're going to love what I'm going to do next. All right, so let's, I really need a lighter color one than that, so we're gonna do these ones right quick. Driving home from getting your son. That's okay, girl. Don't be texting and driving. I know I'm missing all kinds of comments. I need Mr. Wesley here. Y'all think I should call him and tell him he needs to come home from work? He would be like, I'll be there in a minute. Oh, gosh. I know Audrey. See, Audrey knows. She's watched me with the glue tool. Y'all, a few years ago, for those of y'all that hadn't been watching me long, a few years ago at Christmas, I was doing an event that had it was an angel thing. And so I was doing an angel, and my little angel was so cute. She was turning out so pretty. And so I was going to give her Spanish moss hair. Have anybody ever seen that? I don't like how big that one is. We're going to. But I was going to give her Spanish moss hair. And when I did it one time. Got it good. And then I needed to add some more. And when I added some more, I put the glue down and I put the moss on. And I cupped it with my hand like that. And y'all, that hot glue came through on my hand. And you know what? I made it through the rest of the live. But I had like 3rd-degree burns on my hand. It was awful. Awful, awful. So I have a large respect for the glue tool now. Oh, man, it was bad. You love my cabbage. Hey, Miss Risa. Hey, Kathy. And Miss Pamela. Pamela, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? She has been sick, so hopefully she's feeling much, much better. There's a lot of sickness going around right now. Get in the middle. Stuck my finger in it. Thank you for sprinkling, Miss Tina. Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate you, girl. Whoops. Hey, Deb. Deb, we're making cabbage. And I'm gonna show y'all my big one in just a few minutes. But I don't want to spend all my time. I'm doing. I'm not saying it. Every time I say I'm doing good, I'm not. Anybody else do that? You think, oh, I got plenty of time. No, I really don't. And you can even, did I trim those yet? I think I did, but they look kind of big. I'm going to trim those down just a smidge more. Just a smidge. And if they're not straight, it's perfectly fine. Because how many times have we seen perfect cabbages? You like the color of my shirt? Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you. But I got glue stuck to my finger. I like bright colors. And Tina, are you still on here, girl? Let me know you're here. I got something for you to show you. And for those of y'all that were on with me yesterday, I told a lie. I will tell you if I tell lies, and I lied. I'll tell y'all in just a second because I got to jump up and grab it. We're going to put one more. Just one more. Y'all, if they could make glue, this kind of glue, that did not have all of these horrible strings, that would just be wonderful. Wouldn't it? Please tell us again how you colored the cabbage. You take I used Holly Branch green paint, and I mixed it with water. With the lighter color ones, I just put water down in my cup, and I put just a little bit of paint, and I just crinkled them up and stuck them down in there and wrung them out. And you will make a mess, so make sure that you got something down, because if that stuff gets everywhere, it's acrylic paint, it'll come up, but it'll still make a mess. And wring them out real good and lay them flat, like take them apart and pull them out. I take all mine apart before I dunk them in the water. If you do just take them like they come in the little pack and then do that, they're almost impossible to get apart. So go ahead and pull them apart before you do that. But you can do multiples at a time. You don't have to do just one at a time. And I like to put some like off to the side, so that one's too far to the side. No! Oh, we're going with it. We'll cut it off. Oh, we're going to have to put one more on it. Well, I kind of do like that because it's got that big lettuce. Y'all, how many of y'all pull the, cabbage? How many of y'all pull all of the outside leaves off until you don't see anything? If I get a cabbage that's got like a bunch of like scarring on it or something, I pull all those leaves off. And Wesley's always like, well, there's nothing left to eat now. I said, well, I'm not going to eat all of that. All right, I'm going to offset this one on the other side. And we have another little cabbage. But y'all check this one out. We're going to do this one, and then I'm going to make a couple of carrots. Purple cabbages! No way! Yeah. We got to have a couple of purples. And the purple I did the same way, but I will tell you what else I did to it. I like to see a little tiny bit of green in my purple cabbages because they do have that a little bit. And so I will put like little dots of green on it and then wring it out again. And it works perfect. So, hey, Miss Marsha with Heart and Soul Creations. See, I got some green on that one. It's gone all of them, but some of them it just shows up more. All right, so I'm going to put these together, fold them, and we're going to cut them down. I wished I had some of the smaller coffee filters. We just can't go that way because I got so many of them together. Hey, Miss Barbara. Pam's in the house. She's being announced coming in, so y'all know she gotta be trouble. Pam, you know I love you, girl. And this one I am going to make just a little bit smaller so we don't have so much left at the top of it. Pretty made into flowers. Yeah, they would, but we're doing cabbages. I'm going to get my big one and show y'all in just a minute. And I will be honest with you, using my glue pen has really made a huge difference for me and how much I get burnt. If I use the little one, I don't get burnt near as much, but it doesn't put out as much glue. So this little glue pen, they got them at Hobby Lobby, and they work great. And I don't make one dime if you buy one, so I'm not just telling you something just to be telling you. I like it. It was a game changer for me. Hey, Miss Bonnie E. I'm making cabbages, girl. We having cabbage. So who likes cabbage? Y'all let me know if y'all like cabbage. I'm going to put just a little bit more down in there so this will, and that's a big gob, so we're going in with this instead. Y'all like my technical crafting terms? A gob. You like cabbage, Elizabeth? I do too. I do too. But guys, those of you that are here, I think most of you are already following over at the Sacred Treasure House. But if you are not, I would love for you to do that. We've already had a couple of people on this morning, and it's been an awesome event so far. And so I know that y'all will enjoy the rest of the day. And I'll tell y'all in a little bit who's going to be here. You love cabbage? You know you put it in the middle. Yeah, I always put the little one. I cover it all the way. And then I make the leaves kind of tight at first. And you can even trim them back just a little bit. We used to plant cabbage, and the little rabbits ate on it so bad, and our electric fence didn't keep the rabbits out. Cabbage steaks, Audrey, you cheated. I love some cabbage steaks. Has anybody ever had cabbage steaks? It's not anything like a beef steak, but it's it's still good. Tracy loves some cabbage too. I do. But you know what? Whenever I was a kid, and y'all, I talk about my mama not being able to cook all the time. She did have some things she cooked good, but when it came to vegetables, she would, like if we had cabbage, she would always boil cabbage. And she would boil the fire out of that stuff. And when you pick that stuff up, it would just like disintegrate. You couldn't even hardly eat it. It was, and I did not like cabbage for a long, long time. And then one day I decided to try it. And so I did. And I was like, you know, I tried like the cabbage steaks. I don't like it boiled. And the cabbage steaks I can eat, because what a cabbage steak is you take your cabbage, the whole head of cabbage, and you take your knife and you cut the end off of it, and then you cut it in about pieces about that thick, maybe an inch, half inch. I like mine a little bit thicker than the little thin ones because they burn a little too bad. But just slice it and like the whole round, and put that out on a cookie sheet. You can also do it on the grill. And then pour a little bit of olive oil on it. You can put some seasonings on it if you want to. I like just a little bit of salt and pepper on mine. And then the secret to not burning your cabbage steaks up, though, when you put that thing in the oven on that cookie sheet, take a piece of aluminum foil and don't secure it down over the sides of the pan. Just lay it on top, because you don't want the cabbage steaks to get burnt. Oh, I wish I had one more dark one. That one's darkest. But it feels like more than one. It is. And so, then let it cook for a little while. Then take the top off and turn it up a little bit. I will put mine on broil. Watch it, because don't do like I do and burn it up. And anyway, and brown the top just a little bit. And y'all, just cook it until it's tender, and then take the foil off and brown it off. Y'all, that is some good eating right there. Y'all, that purple one is so pretty. All right, hold on. Let me grab that one that I did last year. So we got some little cabbages. I might need a bigger container for my little garden. And y'all got to take into account that they have been in a tote, so. But here is my little purple one. And the more of the little things you put on it and fluff, the prettier they get. And just keep pushing the leaves to the side, because you see how I did some to the side, just come up higher on the sides. I just don't want mine to get too big, is the reason why I stopped. Little cabbages. All right, so I'm going to put those ones to the side, these to the side, and I might hold on to that a minute. I might use it. Okay, so for our, y'all, let me tell you, my chair gets hung because I've got one of those plastic mats underneath me, and I didn't realize it until this morning when I vacuumed under my table that it's got a chunk out of it. And so the wheel, I wondered why I couldn't go. I kept thinking I was hanging on cords. No, I'm not. But, hey, Tina, are you still here? Are y'all ready for this? I don't think y'all are. Pam, you're going to have to try cabbage steaks and let me know what you think. Hey, Miss Michelle Kaser. Miss Michelle is up next. Miss Pretty Pieces by Michelle. And we are in the Sacred Treasure House today. And today's event, Tina. And I lied to y'all yesterday. I told y'all that my ears came from the Dollar Tree and my glasses came from the Dollar General, and that was a lie. My ears did come from the Dollar Tree, but my glasses came from Walmart. They're $1. So I got a better deal than I would have if I had bought them at the other little place. Okay, so I'm going to try something because I made some that were bigger last year. But we're going to try doing it with paper. Because with the paper, the long carrots, you can just roll it. But we're going to have to do something a little different here. So we're going to try and make, I don't want it to be a whole carrot though. I'm just trying to make the top of the carrot because I just want it to stick out of the ground a little bit. I never made a half carrot, y'all. So y'all getting to learn with me. Y'all can learn from my mistakes. Okay, the top of the carrot's the biggest. And we're not going to see this paper, so it don't matter. Okay. There is our carrot. What do y'all think? Oh, Deb, I'm glad you enjoy watching. I'd like to have fun. That's what this is all about. It's just having fun. And I have crepe paper, just like you buy for a birthday party. So it's just crepe paper. And I'm going to do that without trying not to get burned. Did sweet Zoe get her hair cut? Zoe got half of her hair cut, Pam. That's the reason I didn't post a picture. When I get off here today, I got to go to town. One set of my clippers quit working on me yesterday because I have 2 pairs of clippers. She's a Shih Tzu, and I don't know if anybody's familiar with their hair, but it's extremely difficult to cut. So you have to have really good clippers. And so my clippers, the ones that I like the best, that cut her hair really good, they died. So Ow, 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 ow. Hey, Shanna. Okay, so I'm going to just do this. We're going to come up, and then we're going to, do I want to do it like that? Yeah, we are. We're just going to cut it, because I want my bottom to be covered too. And this part you're not going to see, so we don't, ow, ow, so we don't have to be particular. Well, she got everything cut, but she still got like some longer places that should be shorter. She doesn't look horrible. I've paid for haircuts as good as what she's got, so, and y'all know that's awful when you go and pick them up and it's like, Okay, so now we're going to roll our carrot and make it look like a carrot. So put our little glue on there. We're going to secure that down. And then we are going to, we don't need any more glue for right now. We're going to roll it. And I'm going to start trying to make the top big. And then we'll work it down. Just pinching that in. We got a little baby carrot. I'm going to cut some of that end of it off, though, because it's going to go down in our dirt, so it don't matter. We'll just squirt some up in the end. And I don't want to touch that. Burn that paper. Grooming is expensive. It is. I can buy a set of clippers, and the clippers are real expensive. Believe me, I don't want to have to buy a pair, but you got to have good clippers if you're going to do that. And, but I mean, it was $50 the last haircut she got, and she looked awful. And I think the lady was mean to her, so, because she would like jerk when you would like make a movement around her, she would jerk. I'm going to find out somebody was mean to my girl. So I just decided, she's 13 years old, so I said I just wasn't going to put her through doing that again. And she's so good. She just stands there. The only thing she does that's aggravating when you groom her is she wants to lay down. So if she would just stand up, we could get that stuff done so fast. Okay, so that is our carrot. And it looks a little stupid right now, I know. But we're fixing to make it look like a carrot. Y'all hear me grunting over here? Oh, gosh. Grooming is expensive. You pay $250. Woo, Risa. Good grief. I would stroke out. I would just dip that dog down in some Nair. You could probably buy that cheaper. Oh, gosh. Lord have mercy. It is expensive, but hey, $50 here is expensive. I was paying $35, and I always leave a tip. And I went to pick her up, and the lady's like, that'll be $50. And I'm like, oh, y'all had a price increase? She said, we did. And you know what? I will say this. In all dog groomers' defense, I will say this. After doing that job on my own little girl, and she's good, she's not even vicious and bad and is awful to groom, it's worth $250. Believe me, it is worth $250. Okay, so let's see if we can pull it back up, and I shouldn't have closed it up all the way. Let's pull it back out some. We're going to see how it turns out. Make some little holes down in here. See if we can shove our little carrot stems in. The little carrot stems I found at Hobby Lobby, and I thought they looked kind of like a carrot, but they're not wanting to go down in there. We may just have to glue them to the inside of it. Let's do this. Next time, we're going to make another one, so the next one we make, we'll do a little different there, because I need room to be able to pull that down over it. But no, dog grooming is a lot of work. And then you're covered with hair. So it's a lot. But it's worth it just to know that somebody's not being mean to her. It's like clipping a toddler's nails. They don't hold still. Well, she's not bad. Like I say, the only thing she does that is aggravating is she wants to lay down. She's good for the first 30 minutes. And then I think she just gets tired. Like I say, she's an old girl. So she's not amused by it. They come to your house and do it in a van. Yeah, we had a lady that came to our house one time and did Zoe. And she did a good job, but she smoked in the van. And whenever Zoe came out of there getting groomed, she smelled like a cigarette. So, and we don't smoke, so that was not the greatest. You can put all the perfume in the world on them you want to, but all right, so let's see if we can put this stuff down in here now. Your standard poodle has been groomer since she started. Oh, yeah. Well, I took Zoe right off the bat when she was a little puppy, right after we got her. And just, she wouldn't even get groomed. They would just lay the clippers down beside her and just like maybe, they would do like her little private area and stuff, but they didn't really groom her. But, and once they finally started doing it, she could care less. They could do anything they wanted to her. But that lady moved. She was the best. She moved, and so we had to start looking around. And we never did really find anybody that we liked. All right, so does that look like some carrot stems coming out? How much time I got? Oh, I got a little bit of time. All right, we're going to try not to get burned. Ow. Oh, yeah. Look! Glue crud. What do we think? Little baby carrot? What do y'all think? Does it look like a carrot before I make another one? Well, she's probably 3/4 done. She's a little over half, but she's a whole lot better than she was before. Your dog doesn't want to come home. She loves the groomer. Well, that's the way Zoe was with the first lady we had. She loved her, but after that, it was a struggle. And I know people might get frustrated, but she's just so good. And that's what I would always ask whenever I would pick her up. I'd say, was she a good girl today? They're like, oh, yeah, she was so good. But the last girl I took her to, we were on our way, and she'd got to where, like, when she knew where you were going when you were driving, and when you would turn the corner to go up to this lady's house, she'd get real antsy. And the last time I took her, she just started, like, wailing, like, crying and screaming. And when we pulled up in the yard, she was just hysterical. And I was just like, that somebody's done something to her here for her to be that upset. And so I just told the lady that something wasn't right with her, that I didn't want to leave her. And we left, and she was fine. And that's when I started grooming her. And she, like I say, I did it the next day, and she was fine. It was just that lady's house. And you know, the thing about that is we've even been by there again like that, and she did the same thing, did that crying thing. So she knew where she was going. Yeah, she was telling me something. That's the reason. Are we keeping this page? Oh, I hope. I don't want to go anywhere. Okay. Well, that isn't good. Y'all, I have it stuffed everywhere. Okay, let's make another carrot. And it's okay that your paper's got words on it. It don't matter. Nobody's going to see the inside of your carrots. And you could probably use some of the coffee filters if you had some left over. And I think I'm going to make this carrot a little bit smaller and just have that one. I want one that looks like it's in the ground. I got to hurry. Just talking that it does look like a carrot. And you started laughing. Oh my goodness. It does look like a carrot. Okay, well, good. I think I'm going to crinkle that up a little more. I think it looks better if you have them all crinkled. Like you're going to throw it in the trash. You're so thankful that you listened to her. No, I wouldn't have left her. Never, never, never. Zoe is my girl. She's a sweetie. That's why it's unbelievable that anybody would want to be ugly to her. I had a Shih Tzu before her, Holly, and Holly did not like people. She liked me. She tolerated Wesley and Blake, but she just did not like people. So if we went camping or anything like that, I was always real careful not to let her get around children because she didn't not like kids at all. And she was a Karen dog. She liked me, and she didn't really care about anybody else. And because Wesley and Blake, they would get mad because they would come in from work before I would get home. And her little bed laid right by the back door, like across from it. And Wesley said, well, when we come in, she just kind of looks up at us and just lays her head back down. And when I would come in, she would start bouncing around and having a fit and jumping all over me. And he's like, why didn't she do that to us? I said, she don't like y'all. She did like them. But she, animals choose a person sometimes. Now, Zoe is not that way. Zoe's everybody's dog. She loves everybody. She can meet 100 strangers, and she's going to want all of them to pet her. When we first got her, we went to a tractor pull that they had, and some friends of ours were camping at the tractor pull. Is why we went, because I don't care really anything about a tractor pull. And so we went over there for that, and I had Zoe, and so I was letting her walk on the leash because, she's just a tiny little puppy, so I was trying to get her used to the leash. And so we walked by and this man stopped and he leaned over and he says, "You about the prettiest thing I ever seen." And y'all, it had been raining and there was mud everywhere. This place was like red Mudville. She flipped right over on her back for that man to rub her belly in that mud. I'm like, oh no. What am I going to do? She was a mess. I was like, oh my goodness. But she wanted everybody to rub her belly. All right, let's get the top of our carrot bigger. She is a sweet little girl. But she loves kids. Holly didn't like them. Zoe don't care for other dogs. You know, people at the campgrounds and stuff, they'll have dogs that bark. And, you know, they'll bark at you. And as you're going by, that carrot's a little skinny. It's pitiful. And she don't bark a bit. She'll just look at those dogs like, y'all have lost y'all's minds. Sit over there and be quiet. Wesley says she's just a little snob. I'm like, well, that's okay. At least she's not barking and carrying on. All right. We got 11 minutes. We're going to finish this carrot, put the stem on it. And I'm going to try and cut some of the bottom off of it because I just want the top. All right, we're going to roll with this because I'm going to cut that part off. All right, before, I'm going to just glue this like right about there, I think is where it's going to end up. Maybe a little short, but ow, ow, ow. We made it. Okay, so I left the little top open on this one. So I'm going to fill that down in there up with glue. I hope that stuff don't run out. And then we'll put some more glue around in here. Y'all like how I'm talking to myself? I'm talking to y'all. Jumped right out of my hands. Okay, so let's get our garden together. I got lots of trash, y'all. I've been trash collecting. All right. Unplug that. Get everything out of our way. We're going to get our little cabbages over here. So, here is our little... If I have to, I'll go up there and get that bigger one. But we're going to try and make this one work. Here is our little garden. So this is the thing. I have a little bunny rabbit that we can put in here. And have the little bunny. Eating the cabbages. We're going to have him. He's going to be eating that one. We can do something similar to that. Or, y'all see the bunny? And I got another bunny I could probably put in there. Or, we could have the little birdhouse. We're going to, oh, Lord, I'm spilling out over the top here. Well, my cabbages got a little bigger than I wanted them to. And if I had a little bit better dirt, we're going to take one of those cabbages out. We got too much cabbage. And we could either put in like the little spring bird, but he's a little low. We need something to prop that up. Ooh. No, I was thinking I could set that on that. I need something to set the little bird on. Y'all like the bird on the little pail? Or, well, that don't look too bad. Or we could, instead of doing that, let's just pull it off. Have that like where it's laying over, like it's the flowers are spilling out of it. I have a flower pot like that in my yard, y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all, the flowers come back in it every single year. Mr. White weed-eated, and he hit my pot. It's a little terracotta pot. It's big, and it blew all to pieces because it's so old. So, you like the bunny better? I got some bigger bunnies, but I couldn't find that bunny to save my soul because he needs to be bigger. That might be too tall. Woo! Get back here. No. Do you like the birdhouse in it with the bunny? The birdhouse just gives you some height, I think, that we need. But you can make like a little vegetable garden. Just make your cabbages a little smaller than I did. But this is my what do we say? Chocolate chip with toffee. Oh my goodness, why are we talking about these cookies, y'all? Oh gosh. You like the bunny? I think it looks cute. I kind of like the birdhouse in there because, like I say, it makes it taller, and I think that's cute. But you could do it on a bigger scale and use the bigger bunny, and the bigger cabbages would work. But those little cabbages, y'all, are so easy. And if you try to buy those in the store, flowers are out the roof, and little things like this that you buy, and you can make that just as cute as you can buying it. And you always remember that you made it. And, you know, I had a friend one time, and she's like, oh, I don't even know why I'm painting all these things and doing all these things. She said, my kids are going to be so mad when they got to get rid of this. And I said, no, you know what? Your kids are going to love that because they know you did it. And, you know, they might not keep it all, but I'm sure that they'll treasure some of it. So, the birdhouse, you have to go back to work. Well, that's okay. That's okay. I'm glad you were here. You like the birdhouse and the bunny. The birdhouse and the bunny. Well, like I say, we were in the, I am in the Sacred Treasure House, guys. So if y'all aren't already following that group, please do. If you're not already following over at my page, I would love for you to come and be a friend on my page. We have lots of fun, so it gets wild sometimes, but we still have fun. And we have lots of laughs, and we don't cry much, but we have lots of laughs. And, you know, it's just about coming in, crafting, and having a whole lot of fun. And all the ladies that you'll see today, I think will be that for you. We've already had 2. Miss Michelle with Pretty Pieces by Michelle is next. So I hope that y'all will enjoy her. I'm not sure what she's going to do, but I'm sure y'all will love it. Joanne's got 90% off online orders. Wow. You don't talk to yourself. You call it having a staff meeting. Claudia, I'm going to have to remember that one. That is funny. I like that. Oh, my goodness. Well, I will tell y'all something that this is just funny. I was scrolling through TikTok the other day, and I saw this. It was either TikTok or a reel. And I saw this video of this man going to work. And so he leans in. They've got like one of these doorbell cameras. He leans into the doorbell and he says, I guess he's talking to his wife. He says, I hope you're warm in there because I'm freezing. I couldn't find my coat. And so he turns around and he's got like this little satchel bag like a woman would carry, first off, and he puts that bag over his shoulder and he starts to walk off, and he hit something on the porch. Again, it was a little kid's grocery buggy, and he picked it up and he slammed it down on the ground and he fell down on it and elbow dropped it. So I said that to Wesley. I said, is this how you feel going to work in the mornings? Because then after he did all that, y'all, he leans in and he says, now I'm going to work. And I thought, you know what? I remember feeling that same exact way. If you had to go to work and everybody else had to stay home. I mean, everybody else got to stay home and you had to go to work. That was always the stinkiest. But all right, guys. My time's over. They're fixing to kick me out. So y'all make sure go over and check out Miss Michelle. Go follow my page if you aren't already, because I would love to have you over there. I post a calendar. Tomorrow's going to be play by ear because I'm not sure what my appointment is tomorrow, or how long it's going to be. So I will post tomorrow. Just keep an eye on my page. Turn on notifications, or exclamation notify, or exclamation mark Telegram sends you to my Telegram. Both are free services. You don't have to pay anything for them. So, all right, guys. This is my vegetable garden with my bunny that just kind of croaked. There we go. So I hope that y'all enjoyed, and I hope that y'all will have a great day. Y'all be good. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love y'all.